each and every year, there is no list that is more heavily debated than the top 50 players.
Looks down the field, he's got a man! How about that? Rourke strikes!
The 2025 Most Outstanding Player Award goes to Nathan Rourke.
Has to step up in the pocket, looking for a response to Hatcher, and he's got it! Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, what is happening?
This offense runs through Brady Oliveira.
Handing off Oliveira, touchdown Winnipeg!
You're not going to beat Winnipeg when he's on that kind of roll.
Teddy Lawler down the sideline and immediate fireworks. It's an absolute moonshot. Speaking of him, does it again. Goes for a kill shot right away. Kenny Lawler caught it.
Who's on the list, who's not, and who should be ranked number one. Going to find out tonight when we reveal the top 50 CFL players.
With a new season upon us, it is time to reveal our annual top 50 list in the CFL, a list that is heavily debated each and every year. Who will take top spot? Which player moved the ranks the most? Who fell the furthest? We are about to find out. So many different names, so many different positions, so many different teams. Each and every year, our experts take a lot of time and submit all of them to the one and only Dave Naylor. So blame him if you don't like the list, is what I'm saying. Alongside Enoch Mwamba, Davis Sanchez, and the one and only Dave Naylor. And look, when I say top 50, each and every year, we get comments from fans, players, coaches, personnel, it doesn't matter, about who should have been on, who should have been off, who should have been in this position. And every year, it is so heavily debated. So, Dave, I know you're the master behind us. Take us through how this actually comes about.
Well, I think just the nature of it makes it very difficult because you're comparing different positions. Some positions are very statistically based, some are not. And a lot of talent, especially in football, a team sport, when you're talking about individuals, is in the eye of the beholder, and that's what shows up on our ballots. I always have the problem. I put everybody on the list who I think deserves to be on the list. And I get to about, 17 more than I'm supposed to have. And then it's like, you're like a coach at training camp. Got to make some cuts, man. See what your team looks like after you make those cuts. Move it down. One of the rules we have is you have to be on a CFL roster at the time of the voting. Our deadline was Friday, so for example,
that's tough.
Calgary defensive lineman Jalen Hutchings comes back from the NFL, signs a 3-year deal. Not before our deadline, so he's not on the list.
Yeah, and so much of this is reputation as well. I think over the years that I've been here, I think it's gotten better. I think we all take pride in this because it is important to some guys. And so we make the phone calls, we talk to people, and try to get it right. But also, so much of this is reputation. A guy like Tyrell Ford, who in this list, he dropped a lot. He had a better year last year, I believe, and so does he. I talked to Tyrell Ford. He thinks he had a better year. I think he had a better year, but the stats, he got a new contract. With that comes new expectations, and he didn't have the stats that he had because probably people didn't go at him as much as they did prior to that reputation. So things like that also are a big part of this as well.
Yeah, you talk about defensive backs especially. I know you know a thing or two about that, Chaz, because just what you said, if you are effective as a defensive back, you won't get the ball as much thrown on your side. And so it's always challenging from that perspective. But another thing that also impacts this list is injuries. If we talk about the guys that were hurt last year, you look at a Chad Kelly, you look at a Davis Alexander as well. And now you're thinking, okay, if we're making a top 50 list, how are they going to be this year? Especially when you look at the preseason already and some of the guys that got hurt, even on the new teams.
Availability for me is a big tiebreaker.
Absolutely.
When you go
and that's
through
why
the
I dropped
list.
Quentin McManus just a little bit too, and I had him higher. But as soon as you heard about the injury, you're like, okay, where should he be put? But needless to say, Dave explained it a little bit. Here is a little bit more in depth. So the minimum number of players required from each and every position. It was a panel of experts asked to rank the top 40 players. Dave, I got that wrong as well. I gave you 50. I apologize. Players are given point totals from 50 points, number 1 to 1 point, number 40. Top 50 point getters are the top 50 CFL players. Let's kick things off. Here are picks 50 through 31. Number 50, Justin Hardy, wide receiver, Ottawa Redblacks. Number 49, Coulterwood Manzi, offensive lineman, Edmonton Elks. Number 48, Adrian Green, defensive back, Calgary Stampeders. Number 47, Pierre-Olivier Lestage, offensive lineman, Montreal Alouettes. Number 46, Trey Vavel, return specialist, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Number 45, Nick Dembski, wide receiver, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Number 44, Tyrell Ford, defensive back, Edmonton Elks. Number 43, DeMonte Coxey, wide receiver, Toronto Argonauts. Number 42, A.J. Allen, linebacker, Ottawa Red Blacks. Number 41, Tyler Sneed, wide receiver, Montreal Alouettes. Number 40, Jake Serezna, defensive lineman, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Number 39, Evan Holm, defensive back, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Number 38, C.J. Rivas, defensive back, Ottawa Red Blacks. Number 37, A.J. Ouellette, running back, Saskatchewan Roughriders. Number 36, Isaac Adiemi Berglund, defensive lineman, Montreal Alouettes. Number 35, Darnell Sankey, linebacker, BC Lions. Number 34, Logan Furland, offensive lineman, Saskatchewan Roughriders. Number 33, James Butler, running back, BC Lions. Number 32, Jamal Peters, defensive back, Hamilton Tiger Cats. Number 31, Adarius Pickett, linebacker, Toronto Argonauts. Chaz, you mentioned Tyrell Ford off the top there. He dropped 35 spots. A tough one for him, but sticking with the DBs, and you thought another one in that list should have been a little bit higher.
Absolutely. Evan Holm, let's say this, okay? We agree that defensive back, halfback in particular, is the toughest non-quarterback position in the CFL. Would we agree that? Okay, that being said, if he's the best halfback in the league, and I talked to a ton of coaches, I talked to players, if he's not the best, it's an argument. He's one of the top 2 or 3 halfbacks in the league, no doubt about it. How is he the 39th best player in the league if that's the toughest position in the league other than quarterback? That's ridiculous, but we get it, Dave. You said it. This is a stats thing. Guys, look at stats. If you're a good DB, if you're a good halfback.
No stats.
You know stats.
It's hard.
And they're also, they're not going to talk about you in the broadcast because they're not throwing the ball at you. So that's a big thing for me. These halfbacks and defensive backs need to get more credit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you look at a guy who touches the ball quite a bit on that list right there. I'm looking at a guy like A.J. Ouellette and the type of impact that he's going to have this year for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. He's a guy that came from, he's a former guy who's won Grey Cups already. He won another one, obviously, with the Saskatchewan Roughriders as well. But he always impacts the teams that he's on. And for him to be at the level that he's at right now, I think also he should be a little bit higher, in my opinion at least. And then again, we talk about injuries. He's another guy. How is he going to approach this season is going to be interesting to see.
It's always interesting to look and see where somebody you put much higher ends up on the list. Tyler Sneed, number 41, made our list, but he's a guy I think just kind of flies below the radar. Montreal had one receiver in the top 20 last year in yards receiving. It was Tyler Sneed. He's 5th in yards, 6th in receiving, 5'7", 187, you kind of fly under the radar a little bit, but 5 100-yard games, led them in receiving in the Eastern Final, 78 yards receiving in the Grey Cup. I had him much higher than 41.
Can I add this into it?
Absolutely.
Look at how GMs, look at salaries, okay? Maybe I got A.J. Ouellette, running backs. They don't get as much, salary-wise, they don't get paid as much because there are so many great running backs. That's another way to look at things. Look at how much guys are getting paid. Take the ratio out of it.
Absolutely.
But how much guys are getting paid. That can tell you their real value as well. I looked at some salaries to also look at really how much guys are worth and how much they're valued. Their salary, take ratio out of it, will tell you a lot.
You look at the running back position as one of those thankless positions because they do a lot of dirty work.
Especially AJ.
But because of the longevity of the position, it's hard to compensate them long term.
But you're right, they're a dime a dozen as well, too.
Absolutely.
So it becomes difficult, especially on this list. All right, let's take a look at some notable omissions. Kavion Ento, you're talking about DBs there, Chez, Damon Webb, Micah Awe, Greg Bell, but for me on this one, Tim White. He was number 20 last year on this list. And as you guys were saying, there's so much positivity coming out of Winnipeg right now when it comes to Tim White that I think we are going to regret not seeing his name on this top 50 list. All right, we're just getting warmed up on the top 50 show. Coming up after the break, the countdown continues as we unveil players 11 through 30. The road to the 113th Grey Cup kicks off on Thursday with the first game of the season. It's a rematch of the Eastern Final between the Tiger Cats and Alouettes. Friday Night Football features a Western clash between the Stampeders and the Blue Bombers. And Week 1 wrapping up Saturday night from the nation's capital with the Red Blacks and the Elks. Let's keep the countdown going. Here are the top 30 through 11 players. Number 30, Flo Romilade, defensive lineman, Calgary Stampeders. Number 29, Zach Collaros, quarterback, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Number 28, Brandon Revenberg, offensive lineman, Hamilton Tiger Cats. Number 27, Stavros Katsatonis, defensive back, Hamilton Tiger Cats. Number 26, Tyson Philpott, wide receiver, Montreal Alouettes. Number 25, Clarence Hicks, defensive lineman, Calgary Stampeders. Number 24, Chad Kelly, quarterback, Toronto Argonauts. Number 23, Malik Carney, defensive lineman, Edmonton Elks. Number 22, Keyshawn Johnson, wide receiver, Saskatchewan Roughriders. Number 21, Jameer Thurman, linebacker, Saskatchewan Roughriders. Number 20, Julian Hauser, defensive lineman, Hamilton Tiger Cats. Number 19, Samuel Emelis, wide receiver, Saskatchewan Roughriders. Number 18, Winton McManus, linebacker, Hamilton Tiger Cats. Number 17, Devon Campbell, defensive back, Saskatchewan Roughriders. Number 16, Vernon Adams Jr., quarterback, Calgary Stampeders. Number 15, Justin Rankin, running back, Edmonton Elks. Number 14, Roland Milligan, defensive back, Saskatchewan Roughriders. Number 13, Jarrell Broxton, offensive lineman, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Number 12, Justin McInnes, wide receiver, BC Lions. Number 11, Dedrick Mills, running back, Calgary Stampeders. Here's a breakdown of the positions making up our top 50. Wide receivers make up over a fifth of the total list, with 10 being voted in. Defensive backs jumped to second with 8 compared to last year. And 7 of the 9 starting quarterbacks in the league made it into the top 50. Let's stick with those starting QBs now. And Chad Kelly, Dave Naylor, all eyes on the Argonauts quarterback to see what he has in store for this team. We haven't seen him play live football, as you were saying, in a year and a half. So we really don't know if he can get back to that MOP status or if this is going to hinder him for the rest of his career.
Yeah, I think this is one of the big questions about the Toronto Argonauts this season. The biggest question is, what is Chad Kelly going to be? The last time Chad Kelly played a full season in the Canadian Football League, he was the most outstanding player. But he's played half a season over the last 2 years, as you mentioned. Has not, other than preseason this spring, had not played live football since last November. I mean, or November of 24, the Eastern Final. So, you know, I've been out to training camp a few times. Chad Kelly has looked very sharp. He's looked energetic. We talked about seeing him sort of being the leader on the field during practice. And I was talking to our former colleague, Jim Barker, who's now running personnel for the Argos this week. And I said, hey, now your roster's set. Give me a position group that you feel really good about going into this season. He just deadpanned back, quarterback.
Hey, he looks good. He looks good, and that's what you want to see for a Chad Kelly that's missed so much time. But you look at the running backs, and they are going to have to find a solution for that running back position. But out of those bunches that we just talked about, I'm looking at Dedrick Mills, and he's a guy who supported Vernon Adams, who's also a part of those groups, the guys that we just named right now. And he is a guy who was the rushing leader last year. I'm looking for him to be an even a bigger impact this coming season. But the running backs last year, for me, did an amazing job. You look at the top 5 running backs last year: Dedrick Mills, James Butler, Brady Oliveira, Greg Bell, and Justin Rankin. All those guys need a little bit more praise, and Dedrick Mills is the leader of that pack.
All right, KB, what did you say, that one-fifth of the players were wide receivers, right, on this list? So more wide receivers than any other position on this list, wide receivers. Let's play a game. This is for everybody that's a football person in the CFL. Let's look at this. You're building a championship roster. You look at your salary cap, you look at your money. There's one position where you're going to have 2 weak links on your championship roster because you just can't pay everybody. Let's go with edge rusher, offensive tackle, edge rusher, cover guys, or wide receivers. Out of those 4 important spots, there's one group where your 2 guys are probably going to be weak links. What's it going to be?
I got a bunch of DBs. I'm going to try and get a scheme that is going to be able to hide one of the defensive backs. That's what I'm going to go with.
I'm going receiver because I'm hoping my quarterback is good enough to make up the difference.
It is absolutely. You could go with having 2 or 3 good wide receivers. You can't have a weak link at tackle, offensive tackle. You need pass rushers, and you got to have cover guys. Wide receivers, not to diminish. We've got some great ones in this league, but this is a passing league, and it's a stats league, and that's why there's a bunch of these guys on the list. You're all great. I can't cover any guys anymore, but there's not enough of the other guys.
You can go out there and play some zone.
Honestly, Jez, like that's just a DB rant right there. All the wide receivers right there on the list. They're just looking at you, shaking their heads.
Maybe you're right.
All right, we're inching closer to number 1. 40 down, 10 to go. Maybe more wide receivers, Chez. Coming up, we tell you who locked down spots 4 through 10. Welcome back. The reigning Grey Cup champions led the way on this year's top 50 list with 9 players. The Bombers right behind with 8. Is a tie in the East with the Tiger Cats and Alouettes, both with 7 players selected. At the bottom, the Elks, the Argonauts, and Red Blacks with just 3 players per team being voted in. Here now are players 4 through 10. Number 10, Jamarcus Hardrick, offensive lineman, Saskatchewan Roughriders.
The Riders have the best O-line in the league.
Jamarcus Hardrick. He's just not the leader on offensive line. He's maybe the leader of that team.
Whether it's practice or on the field, he really sets the tone for the offense, and he's nasty, man.
Number 9, Davis Alexander, quarterback, Montreal Alouettes.
Looks down the field to the end zone. Got it. Touchdown, Montreal!
He is a leader. He is in control of that offense, and it doesn't seem like there's going to be anything that's going to slow him down.
Davis Alexander had played the entire season. This is the guy we would be talking about in the MOB conversation.
Number 8, Trevor Harris, quarterback, Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Throwing, and it's caught down to the 5 and inside
Uncharted.
down to the 1. Trevor Harris sizzling right now.
When you win a Grey Cup as a starting quarterback for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, your legacy is set.
We're champs forever. Let's go!
Number 7, Brady Oliveira, running back, Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Here goes Brady Oliveira, right up the middle of the midfield. Big one from Brady Oliveira. Oh, do the Bombers need that?
This offense goes through number 20.
The more he touches the ball, it just brings a different complexity to the game, to their offense, and they look that much better.
Number 6, Tyrese Beverette, linebacker, Montreal Alouettes.
This one picked off. Tyrese Beverette's got it in his hands, throws it right between the 2 and the 6.
Tyrese Beverette is not only a special player because his talent, but also because his effort.
Number 5, Keon Hatcher, wide receiver, BC Lions.
Up for grabs. Did he get it? He did. Ridiculous stuff from Keon Hatcher.
He has been an absolute monster here in 2025.
He's as good as anybody in the league, if not better. This guy can do all of it.
Number 4, Matthew Betts, defensive lineman, BC Lions.
And the CFL's most outstanding defensive player is Matthew Betts.
Pressure on, and it is Betts doing what he does best. Add another one to the season tally.
Matthew Betts moving up 27 spots this season. And how about Keon Hatcher? Wasn't even on the list. Makes his debut at number 5. But, Nails, you look at his stats from last year, you understand why.
Well, and it's leading the league in receiving yards is one thing. Let's tell you, Nathan Rourke loves him some Keon Hatcher, the number 1 targeted player in the league. Because you can say, yeah, that's volume stats, but you also know that he's getting the ball. That means the defense knows that he's getting the ball.
Right.
Also led the league in yards after catch. You saw in the highlights what he can do in contested catches. He does it all.
Happy for him. He's an absolute dog.
Yeah, you got to look at when you getting higher and higher on this list, you see a lot of the impact players, the guys that you got to have on your team, and Tyrese Beverette is exactly just that. This man out here, he does everything for this defense. You talk about how Keon Hatcher is so important for his quarterback. Well, Tyrese Beverette is important for his team, and everything he does impacts the offense, impacts every player around him, and he does literally everything for this team. He tackles, he runs, he catches interceptions, he forces fumbles, and he brings a lot of energy. This man right here, if he's not, he has to be one of the most impactful players in the CFL on defense.
Tyrese Beverette worth the price of admission, no doubt. If we're talking outstanding player, I would put him right at Kenny Lawler, Tyrese Beverette, outstanding, especially to watch. But I looked at Matthew Betts. I mean, his jump, I didn't have him that high, but I looked back and I think I might have missed because he was so dominant towards the end of the year.
Really came on.
He started slow, too. Yeah, he did.
But coming back from the NFL, it took a little bit of time. But you're right. When he got comfortable, it was a different story.
He's an animal. And it is, again, the importance of pass rush in Little League, college football, the NFL. It doesn't matter what league, what level of football, pass rush, it dictates your defense, allows you to do so much. And simply, Matthew Betts can't be blocked one-on-one. He's a monster, well-deserved. I want to say one thing fast. Davis Alexander, 9th. The man has not lost a football game when healthy in his career.
Lost the great
in a regular season. You got to stay. You got to stay.
When healthy.
Okay.
Yeah,
but you're not concerned about injury again.
I might be concerned, but he is
I think it's all injury.
Guy in the league.
I think that's all injury.
I mean, 8 regular season games, right? And most players who played 8 regular season games have trouble getting on this list.
All right, then there were 3, gentlemen. Coming up, we reveal the best of the best, including top spot on our top 50 list. Number 3, Kenny Lawler, wide receiver, Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Touchdown, you know who? Kenny Lawler. He does it again.
Down the field. Lawler up, and he gets it. Are you kidding me? Kenny Lawler, you're ridiculous.
Kenny Lawler is going to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the Canadian Football League. He's the guy.
Number 2, Bo Levi Mitchell, quarterback, Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Hey, was there ever a doubt?
He was for dead. He was benched. He was sat down. His career was maybe coming to an end, and now he's at the top of his game.
It's great to watch Bo Levi Mitchell playing some of the best football of his career. The CFL is better when Bo Levi Mitchell is on.
Number 1, Nathan Rourke, quarterback, BC Lions.
The 2025 Most Outstanding Player Award goes to BC Lions, Nathan Rourke.
The remarkable Rourke strikes again. A 70-yard scamper all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Nathan Rourke. And the unstoppable BC Lions offense strikes again.
This team is going to go as far as he can carry him, and he can definitely carry him to the Grey Cup.
For the second straight year, it is a Canadian taking top spot. Brady Oliveira last year, Nathan Rourke this year. He was the MOP, broke the Canadian single-season passing record, is poised for another fantastic season. Nathan, by the way, receiving 25 first-place votes, Davis Alexander 2, and Trevor Harris receiving 1. Ches, I know we were 2 of those 25 people to put Nathan number 1.
Quarterback's obviously the most important position in this league. Nathan Rourke is the best quarterback in this league. It was a no-doubter for me. There was a lot of tough decisions looking at this list and this top 50, but one of them that was not difficult for me, and no disrespect to the great quarterbacks at the top of this list, but Nathan Rourke is the best player in this league.
I think we got to give it up for Bo Levi Mitchell, 3-time winner of this process. He's second for the 3rd time in his career. He's been 3rd a couple of times. Look, when things wound down in Calgary for him, I think we all thought Bo Levi Mitchell was still a starting quarterback in this league. What we didn't know was whether he could be great again.
Yeah, you look at all these quarterbacks, Davis. You're talking about, Nathan Rourke being the best, and you said it at the top of this show. You mentioned that there's going to be a lot of people commenting, saying, hey, look, I should have been here, I should have been. The person, in my opinion, who's going to be the most mad, I know Mill is probably going to say there should be more Winnipeg Blue Bombers on this list, but the person that's going to be the most mad is going to be Davis Alexander. This is a guy who doesn't lose when he's on the field and is healthy. You mentioned it. And when he's on the field, he absolutely impacts this team greatly. We saw it last year primarily. And so if somebody's going to be mad, it's going to be Davis Alexander and everybody in Montreal.
I feel like you had a reason for saying that. Maybe you voted Davis Alexander.
I did for the reasons I just stated. I think so. The guy hasn't lost. He doesn't lose.
He's got an argument. Bo, to your point, Bo has an argument. I think there's quarterbacks. I mean, if Chad Kelly is healthy, he has
He's
an
up
argument.
there too.
I mean, there's
shout out to Kenny Lawler for non-quarterback being on this top 3 as well.
You know what the best part is? Either guys use this as motivation, or maybe Nathan just takes it and sails into the sunset, has another fantastic season. But maybe the guys that are ticked off because of their position, they'll come back to us in a year's time. Because I know the fans will too, by the way. All the fans of all the different fan bases, they're coming at us after seeing this list. Another season upon us. Let's see if the experts got it right. Who was in the right spot? Who will disappoint? And who will exceed expectations? We will get our answers over the next 6 months. Thanks for watching the Top 50 show on TSN. Enjoy the 2026 CFL season.